Hi, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 25th to December 1st. Pick a comfy spot, grab a warm drink, and let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. So this week we're going to be doing messages from your guides. We're going to take a look at an obvious message, a not so obvious message, the advice, and what you have to look forward to. Then we'll finish it off as usual with our self-care card and our affirmation card. So let's see, for Leo, please. Okay. This is going to be a good one. So we start off here with the obvious message, which is journey within. So let's pull some tarot. Okay, we got the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So the obvious message is that don't shoot the messenger. And as humans, like, first of all, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. We all, no one is born perfect and lives their whole life perfect and then dies perfect. That's not the way that life works. But the obvious message to journey within is really talking about not looking outside of yourself for the reason that things are the way that they are in your life. Okay, Leo? So what Spirit wants you to know here is that if you go within, you will find all the answers that you're looking for. If you can detach from that, what has become so normalized, how we humans tend to blame everybody else, the government, the situation, the weather, the traffic, the whatever. We blame everything and everyone else for all of our problems, for how we feel, for, the reasons why we aren't where we want to be or don't have the things that we want to have. It's just part of human nature. It's what a lot of humans do. But Spirit is asking you to move away from that energy and start looking within to find the answers to why, some things are happening in your life that you may want to change or you're not happy with or whatever. Spirit's telling you the answers are inside of you. They're not outside of you. They are inside of you. Okay, Leo? So the not so obvious message is beautiful. It is choose love over fear. So kind of what I was saying with the journey within card here is that, so looking outside of you, that's fear energy. Looking inside of you, that is love energy. So for choose love over fear here, you got the Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Which is so funny because it literally is choose love over fear. Spirit really, I think Spirit has been trying to guide you in this direction for a very long time. I think that there's been some resistance to it, and that has kind of caused some delays in achieving things in your life or reaching milestones in your life or whatever on your journey here, not just in your life but basically on your spiritual journey. There's been some delays because I feel like you've been standing here for a long time and Spirit's like, go towards love, and you're like fearful. And it can be hard when we've never been shown how to do these things, to just kind of do them ourselves, to take a big leap and do them ourselves. But And listen, again, don't shoot the messenger. There's some, and if you're not ready to take a look at this, if you're not ready to accept this, then, like, I'm not here to shove anything down anyone's throat or shove it in their face. That's not what I'm here to do. All I'm doing is giving you the messages that are coming through. And when they're not all like, oh, you're, perfect, and like everything's perfect, and like everything's just going to keep getting more perfect. Sometimes we have a hard time swallowing that. And it's not that like everything's fine here. Okay. This is just, the messages from your guides. So far that is to look within, and then also here, choose love over fear. Spirit is asking you to look at some shadow work to do with your ego. Okay, Leo? I do believe that it is, in this situation here, your ego is really holding you back from the next step in your life, in your spiritual growth and journey. It's been holding you back for a long time. Spirit's been trying to guide you here for a long time, saying, okay, it's time to move on. It's time to have the ego death, choose love, move on to the next thing. And you've kind of dug your heels in here for a long time. And that's okay. And if you're mad at me for saying that, that's okay as well. I'm just here to deliver the messages. I don't get to choose what they are. But if you stick around, if you're still here, if you stick around and listen, I promise you'll be headed in the right direction. Okay? So let's move on from those two and to the advice. It says patience is a virtue. So let's pull some tarot on that. Ooh, the Lovers. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. Wow, 3 major arcana here. Okay, so patience is a virtue is your advice. And what Spirit is saying is that the wheel will turn. You will get to the next stage in your life if you go within. If you take the advice and go within, have some patience with yourself, have some patience with Spirit, because time is not linear, like we see it. That's not what time really is. And time, when it comes to Spirit or energy, is very, it could be 5 seconds, could be 5 years, could be 5 million years. You know what I mean? So have some patience. Patience is a virtue. I think for some of you, and this is not for all of you, okay, this is just for some of you. I think some of you have been wanting to find a life partner, your soulmate, your twin flame, your whatever, for a long time. And you've been kind of at times confused as to why it didn't happen. And I think that if you go back and look, again, journey within, as go back and take a look, go back to the beginning is what Spirit is saying here. Start over, okay? And really ask yourself what caused you to make the decisions that got you to the place where you're at now. Because if you do that, then you can really, like, let go of the ego, like, oh, somebody else did this and somebody else did that. Let go of all of that. You're going to ask yourself, how did you get to where you are now? What steps did you take? What role did you play in where you are now? And accept that, and then you can move on and grow from it, okay? That's what Spirit's really saying here. And the Wheel of Fortune is coming. The tides are turning, but you got to get on the wheel. You have to jump onto the wheel and do your part to turn it. Okay, Leo? Okay, what you have to look forward to in the future is live your bliss. This is absolutely beautiful energy. Let's pull some tarot. Ah, yes, the dreamer, which is the fool, the wise counselor, which is the Hierophant, and justice. Look at this. Another one of all major arcana. This is, listen, if you stuck it out this far, good for you. This is such a powerful message from Spirit. I want you to know that if you can go through this ego death, if you can take responsibility for yourself and your life and how the parts that you played in what got you here, and really release the thinking about, the roles that others played in it, first of all, you're going to become much wiser. You're going to start a complete new cycle in your life, a new journey, okay? You're going to become very wise. And then I think for, at different points in your life, you've kind of wondered like, oh, like these people have done these things to me throughout my life. And like, I'm just using this as an example, like, why am I alone and they get to be with somebody? Or like, why did they have this thing and I don't have this thing when they've done these terrible things? This is so funny because it's like a catch-22. So it's like once you let go of that, once you really truly let go of that, and I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm over it. No, I'm talking about going deep within yourself. Really, like having these conversations between you, your spirit guides, your higher self, God, Jesus, whoever you talk to, okay? And really accept and release those things. And then again, accept your part that you play in your own life. That's once the wheel turns and all that is complete, the wheel turns, we're starting a new journey. That is when karma will come for whomever has played a part in, any not so great things that have happened in your life. So it's like a catch-22. It's like you really need to accept and release it for there to be karma, but it's like karma is kind of what you want deep down, but it's like you won't get it until you don't want it kind of energy, which is funny. That's the way the universe works. She's fickle. Okay. So I absolutely love and appreciate you. And I know that Leos have historically not the best time accepting information about like something that they've done or something that they've needed to do. So if you made it through the video, I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I think that you're really on the right path here. Okay, Leo? So before we go, we're going to pull our self-care card and our affirmation card. It's my favorite part of the reading. So self-care. So something you can do this week to show yourself a little bit of love and self-care, okay? So self-care card for Leo, please. Ooh, sweet treat. I love this. Give yourself a little sweet treat. Okay? Indulge this week. Don't go overboard. You know what I mean? And if it's drugs or alcohol, I don't think that that's what this is talking about, but just something, and it doesn't have to be food, although I would highly recommend a cupcake. Just give yourself a little treat this week, okay? Just to kind of celebrate you beginning of this journey, to self actualization and, self-awareness, okay? And then before we go, our affirmation card. We have, I send a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. So this is actually beautiful because sending love and prayers to your, I'm like air quoting enemies here, is a really, really great way for you to clear your own karma, and understand why people do the things that they do. And with that understanding comes grace. So I think that these are really awesome. So give yourself a little reward for starting this journey this week, and then send out a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. And whether that's, the positive people in your life or the not so positive people in your life, because I promise that will only bring more love and abundance and miracles into your life. Okay? That's what I have for you today. I hope this reading has been insightful. Until next time, remember, you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave. Bye, my friend.